Welcome to another episode of the Just Us podcast. I'm Julio.
Just me, Rainy.
And the unofficial drink sponsors of this show are Peach Crown Royal. Hey, you can call me the Peach Crown King. I drink that shit with everything. Like they put, what's that shit called? Red Hot, Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything. I drink this shit with everything.
And I have the Pignac, and this is actually the lid that goes on top, and it's also a stand. They have a couple different flavors. This is my favorite one, so every podcast I'm probably gonna have that right there. That's my new drink.
Let's toast it up before we start this thing. Clink. Can we do it too hard? You imagine if you did that shit too hard, just break the damn glass. Hey, go sit your ass down, sir. And that's the unofficial third member of this podcast, Caesar. He's always up here with us because he has to have his head firmly shoved up her ass wherever she goes.
That's my shadow. So yeah, he will be with me 24/7.
So yeah, what we got on deck for this week?
So I specifically picked this topic out. I really want to talk about it, and I also want to hear y'all's comments. So please chime in. So we're gonna start out with, and it's relevant because it's coming up, Father's Day and gifting.
Is it a Father's Day versus Mother's Day?
It can be, but so my thing is, I keep seeing posts on Facebook where it's like Mother's Day versus Father's Day, and Mother's Day is gonna have shrimp and lobster and all this stuff, and it may be like a PB&J sandwich for Father's Day.
Beanie weenies if you're feeling special.
And I'm just like, lies.
Okay, I made a post like that, but I have to tell her that when I see these posts, in general, it's not towards her because she does a fantastic job. But in general, as a whole, I had to point out to her, this is what it is. And she started seeing it earlier this week. Like, I would show her stuff, and then finally, too, like, oh, shit, that's real. Because she ain't a father. She wouldn't know that this is what goes on because it ain't what she do. So, yeah, it's a big-ass disparity. One, that, like a month out, right? Maybe even 2 months out. You were seeing sales for Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say there's 10 Mother's Day sales. Let's just say there's 10. How many Father's Day sales you seen since Mother's Day's passed? Like
now. Like now they're starting to put stuff out.
But if you had to say there was 10 Mother's Day, how many,
2?
They don't give a damn
and
about
it. We birthed y'all. We broke some little, was getting cut open to bring life and stuff,
We chose you to shoot the club up. What are you talking about?
Hey, we put in the real work, okay? Y'all's was just fun. Ours was not fun. We had to have fun and then pay for it later.
So you had fun?
In the beginning. Well, hopefully y'all had fun in the beginning, I'm just saying.
But you had fun, though.
In the beginning. The birthing process is not fun.
Hey, it's above
hard.
me now.
Well.
No, y'all, I understand the wear and tear that goes into a woman having a baby, and yes, y'all do endure a lot during pregnancy. She endured a lot during pregnancy. But we talking about these raggedy ass gifts that y'all be getting. We ain't here to make men feel sorry for y'all.
Ties, socks.
Like, bro, it's no thought put into Father's Day gifts.
Some do though, because I know my sister. She's a good gift giver. I think I'm a really good gift giver.
You are. That you are.
So yeah, I got something in my eyes. So y'all gotta excuse me for a second.
But yeah, while she wiping the lies out of her eyes.
Whatever. My eyes are always like burning and they're really dry, and I be having to put eye drops and stuff. So like, yeah, this is a
because
repeated thing.
God wants to burn your eyesight because obviously you're lying.
No.
But no, it's she does a really great job, but overall it is just horrible the shit, like the way fathers are treated and depicted, and y'all gift giving. And when I say y'all, I mean as a whole, not her, because she is awesome at it. At the tax bracket we was in, because if we was in a higher tax bracket, your boy would be getting motherfucking cars and shit, motherfucking Richard Muellers and shit. I'd be getting that type shit, but we ain't in that tax bracket yet, so I ain't getting them gifts yet, but they are coming. They eventually are coming. I do have napkins.
I gotta wipe my eye real quick.
But yeah, so the gift giving is just crazy, and all you have to do is take a little thought out. Think about what the man wants and do that.
Yeah, like I don't know, because like I'm not used to that. Like they be like, I seen all the posts and like I don't want no ties and I don't want no socks.
Because we don't want that bullshit.
I know, but like I listen to what you say over a period of time. Like last year, I think I got you were talking about you wanted some earbuds and it was the Samsung ones because you had the Samsung. And then like I heard you talk about like the Oculus, and I heard you talk about like when you put on my the AirPod Max Pros, the big Apple AirPod things. I forget which one they are.
I got that for my birthday. She started doing that because I showed her how I gift. I listened to her throughout the time. I asked questions. I'll be quizzing her randomly at random parts of the year because I know certain things are coming up, and I want to make it just right. So I'll start planning out ahead of different things that I'm thinking about. So I'll start quizzing her on stuff. Like one, I don't ever remember her bra size. So if I'm trying to get some shit like that, I got to ask that question. Shoe size, I can sneak into her closet. That's generally I can sneak into her closet and pretty much figure it out. And I look at, if I'm getting a certain type of shoe, I try to look at that designer so it falls in line because every designer is the same. But I ask her random questions and she can never figure out why I'm asking these, because I'll give it a weird ass reason of why I'm asking it, or just a general reason, something that's nowhere near the holiday, because I don't wait till last minute to start thinking about these things. So, but
sometimes it's that, and sometimes like I know you like. Since LeBron went to the Lakers, I got you that jersey, and you love watches. So the watch
she got me
box.
2 of those, a big watch box, and then one I use as a travel one that holds like 3 watches.
Engraved.
They're both engraved. No, the big one's not engraved. The big
one's engraved.
The small one is engraved. It's the one I use when I want to carry watches with me on like vacation. It holds 3 watches. It does have a glass top, so I got to be careful with what I put in my bag. But I use that for my travel one because it's smaller, it fits in my book bag.
So. And then I think about like, what kind of food do you like to eat? Like what? So like if I was planning a thing and it was going to be like a couple of fathers, like my dad, you, and
other men, other men in the family.
We may go to like, and one I think would be fun too, but it's not about me, but we may go to the shooting range. And then we may go to like Smoke Jack, because if y'all are in the area, y'all know, you should know Smoke Jack. It's really good. It's a barbecue spot. Then it may be like escape room. It could be skydiving. It could be indoor skydiving. It could be, just stuff that y'all would actually like to do, not just no thought into it, or like we're just only going to go to dinner.
Yeah.
We're only going to do.
Ladies, men love gifts. I don't care what the narrative you see on social media, or your mom told you, your aunt told you, men like gifts. You ain't got to do too much. It's really simple. Like, real talk, most men I know are very, very simple because we're so used to being the gift givers and not the receivers that me personally, I really still don't know how to receive a gift.
Gifts, yes.
Like, not that I don't take them or I make people feel bad for it. It's like the thing where people are so excited to get something that they wanted that they just lose it. All that is not me. Like, I got the Oculus, and buying video games for me or anything in that realm is actually a bad idea because I'll play it for like a day, and like literally you can count on one hand the number of hours if you put them all in total, and I've had the Oculus for over a year since last Father's Day.
This is my thing, because I've seen some videos where like, and every situation is different, where the wives or girlfriends get mad because their husband or boyfriend is playing video games and like, spend time with me. And I'm like, if you don't go upstairs and get on that Xbox or get on the Oculus.
Yeah. She's bought me a number of fucking game systems, an Xbox 360, Xbox One, and an Oculus. And, numerous games to go with it. Because even with the Oculus, she bought me a couple games with them, and I have very rarely played them. Like, there's a football version on the Oculus, which is kind of dope. I did play it for a little while. And
was it Creed? Did that do Creed or what?
I think, no. Maybe I got Creed. I'm not sure. I don't know. I ain't played it in a couple months.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, yeah, I'd be like, go play your game. Like, go. That thing was go play. I be getting mad when you don't play. I'm just saying.
The reason I stopped playing it, because the one day I was actually going in hard, I got disoriented and dizzy from playing it so much that I had to actually sit down. That shit was crazy. And it tells you that shit, like, you gotta, like, baby step your way into it. Don't play it for, like, hours upon hours. And I tried to go, like, 3 hours straight, and nigga,
unless you one of our kids, then,
I damn near had a headache by the time I got out of that thing, so that's probably why I haven't played in a while, because I just didn't feel good playing it. But, so yeah, ladies, it's not hard. Look at what your guy likes, and then, and a nice meal.
And they don't necessarily have to be like, you ain't gotta break the bank. Cause like, honestly, cause I don't think I'm that hard to please. I'm simple. Like literally last Mother's Day, it was like, what do you want to eat? I really wanted the Mexican spot down the street.
I took it to Mexican.
And then some people's like, oh my God, that's all you did? Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted to go to the Mexican spot.
I mean, what you want me to do? The lady told me what she wanted. Like,
and usually, I meant it. I'm not like, if I'm a foodie, so if I say I want Olive Garden, if I say, well, I used to like Cheesecake Factory, which people will be putting shade. There's a different reason why I can't go there no more.
Y'all too. It was some shit in her food. Like
it was metal you clean with.
It was from the padding where they cleaned it. Apparently, it got in the dishes and then it got in the food, and we found it in her food, so we never went back. But people try to shit on stuff like that, and I don't get it because hey, a meal is a meal. If you like the food, it doesn't matter the name on it. That's just me. If you like Big Macs, my nigga, go eat Big Macs. But men are very simple. I promise you. Well, most men. Some people are divas. Men and women. Some people are just divas, and they're they're hard to please or want. Hey.
Or like my dad, he has so much stuff.
It's actually hard to buy for my father-in-law. It's actually hard to get him stuff because it ain't too much. One, he's simple. He just likes the thought of you doing something for him. You can get him a card, and he's perfectly on cloud nine because anything he wants, he gets himself. But to get him stuff is kind of hard because there's not much he don't have in the realm of shit he likes.
And I think I get that from him because like him and gadgets and me and gadgets, bruh, it's getting got. So like camera stuff, DSLR stuff. He's got drones and he got a setup with like the chair, and it's like basically he's flying a plane on the 3rd floor.
But yeah. So ladies, men aren't hard. Just think about what it is that they got. And I know you have other topics. What else we got?
Well, it's still in that realm because it's about like Valentine's Day. Because some people, it's like because I know you think it's a huge thing. It's really not because of that one time. But it's really not that big a deal. I wanted a card.
Oh my God.
Because we weren't going to do anything because we don't always have to do something for Valentine's Day. It's not that big a deal. But
don't listen to him.
For me, I just wanted a card.
I made that mistake.
I just wanted a card, y'all. He lying. I wanted a card.
We was deep into it. We were over 10 years being married, and we had never really made a big deal about Valentine's.
We really don't.
So this one particular year, I still got her something, but it came. That shit came like almost 2 months later. I forgot I had ordered it because when it was happening. I remembered, I was like, damn, where's this thing at? And it came late. And then when it showed up like almost 2 months later, I was like, oh yeah, I did order this. But what it is, she made it seem to me that Valentine's Day was not that big of a deal.
I like if you just give me a card, we don't have to go to dinner. We ain't got to like get dressed up and go to the movie. No, I like a card.
Don't listen to that shit. I fell for it.
For me, no. Okay, this is a truth moment. I like to have, don't look at me like that.
Truth moment.
I like to have memories because, like, it runs in my family, and I don't want to get to a point, and hopefully, God forbid, I never lose my memories. So, like, I take so many pictures, so many videos.
Yep.
And then, like, with my mom, if we go into, like, all fired up and we create stuff and make stuff, you name it, you put your date on it. The cards, you got to put a date on it. So, like, I like my stuff for memory. So, God forbid I ever lose them. At least maybe it'll, like, jog something. So, I like my memories.
Yeah, don't let that shit fool you. She likes shit on Valentine's Day. I used to didn't think so. Now I don't miss Valentine's.
Don't. Like, just give me
I bet y'all won't miss another one.
Give me a card and feed me.
I bet y'all don't miss another one.
No, a card and some food.
I ain't making that shit. I ain't making that fucking mistake no more. Fellas, don't believe him when they say that shit.
Feed me and give me a card. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
I was misled for 10 years.
He lied. It was one time I just wanted a card.
10 years deep of not doing anything, and then all of a sudden...
I was fine. Hey, I'm entitled to be like, you know what? I just want a card.
Yeah, it made me think it wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't. You act like I was like mad at you and we didn't talk.
I mean, when you were...
It was not dramatic.
I mean, when you was beating on me.
Whatever. Oh, what was that?
God.
Was it Necessary Roughness? The video? He was like, men have feelings too. They did the commercial.
Oh, no, Survivor's Remorse.
Survivor's Remorse.
Men cried too. when old boy got beat up by his sister and they had to do this big spill and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, the little things count, fellas. Please do Valentine's Day. Don't let that lady lie to you. Don't let her deceive you. She wants something, bro. She ain't that simple. She wants something. So make sure you do something nice for her on that day. Now, me personally, it actually, all holidays are made up before I say this next statement, but this is a made up holiday. One of the extra add-on holidays. Like, it's like the whole thing with 2 rings for a woman. Why do you need 2 rings? I didn't have an issue with it, but why is it so important to have 2 rings? That's some shit that's made up by women.
Because that was the only topics I really had. So we can get into the rings.
How important is the size of the ring?
For some people, it is like this big deal, and they go as far to say, what's your income? How much do you make? It has to be a certain percentage of your paycheck type thing. Like, and then other people, you may not even have a ring. It could be them little pop ring thingies, the candy thing. As like, it's the love, it's the relationship. Like, some people, you gotta have the wedding, you gotta have the big ring. Like, you can go to the courthouse and have like a small ring, but and it's like the quality of the relationship to me. All
right. Funny enough, while we're having this conversation and she's giving you information on rings and stuff, she has a rubber ring on her finger right now, a silicone ring on her finger right now. Her other ring is getting resized, but so for right now, she's gonna. In the meantime, I wear a silicone ring all the time. I have a 14K white gold nice. Double band ring, the big one for the fellas with 2 rows of rocks in it. Not all the way around, but 2 rows up in front on the knuckle side of diamonds. But it irritates me. It not personally, like the shit irritates my skin.
His skin, he's got really sensitive skin.
So depending on metal bands on watches, that's why a lot of my watches are either leather or silicone based bands. Funny enough, my earrings just don't bother me. Yeah, she bought these for me.
Yeah, I was debating because I was like, I don't know if I want to spend all this money that he can't wear, but we gonna test it out. And he's actually been able to wear it, which is nice.
The size of the ring is all that. Like, a lot of shit is literally unimportant.
It's materialistic, and then I am so big on like lift each other up. And, you know, like support each other, be like, yeah, girl. And then other people will like try to make you feel bad or be joking you and talking behind your back. Did you see that ring? It's like rice.
Now, with her first ring, I don't know the size of the stone. It was a decent sized stone for a regular working guy. I think her set cost me right under $2,000 for the first set. And then for our 10-year, was it 10 year or?
9?
No, 10 year. 10 year.
I don't know. I can't keep up.
I want to say it was 10 year. I upgraded her ring and threw a bigger rock in that because she had knocked it out. Long story. We talked about it before, but long story. She knocked it out. So I upgraded. I took it, got a replacement, but I upgraded, and it more than tripled the value of that ring. That ring was worth right now. The ring itself in perfect condition is worth like 6 racks. It's just the center stone got replaced and resized, and yeah. So, and because I was in a better place financially, I did that. So, fellas,
I was honestly fine. I love my ring, and I was fine with the first one. I was like heartbroken when I looked and I was like, oh shoot. I mean, I tore that room up trying to find it. I was kind of sad.
Yeah. And it took us a while to figure out what happened to it, and kind of find out we came to the conclusion that it must have happened at this because this is after we went on this vacation. That's when we last seen it. So we was like, oh, she must have knocked it out here, and we just didn't notice it until we got back. Yeah. But so yeah, certain stuff is just really minuscule when it comes to marriage and your happiness. Now, I can't tell you what makes you happy. If having a big ring makes you happy, cool. And it doesn't say because you have a big ring
that you're materialistic. If you said, hey, this is what I want, and you not settling, hey, I want this ring.
Actually, that is actually the definition of materialistic.
But what I'm saying is you're entitled.
It doesn't make you a bad person.
You're entitled to want what you want. So if you want a big ring, you be like, hey, this is what I want. He gets it for you. Like, cool. Do what works for you. I honestly didn't really care. Like, whatever you wanted to get, like, do I have a preference? Like, whether it's the the square, the princess cut or different cuts like that.
Yeah. I got her with that part. I did get. She wanted princess cut, so I got those type for her. But outside of that, I didn't take her like some people take the person shopping. I didn't take her shopping with me because I think I can do a good job enough on my own. Plus, it's what I wanted to give her. That's what the purpose of it is. What I'm doing for her. This is my thought of what I think would be nice for her. Once again, do whatever y'all feel. This is how the fuck I rock, you know. And if it wasn't good enough for you,
I feel weird because sometimes I see some of the rings, and to me they're, and now this is y'all gonna hate me. Some of them are too big. Some of them are just like huge, and like some of them, it's like it's covering up to your knuckle.
And the crazy part is some of those, gotta check the clarity. That's another thing. Like the clarity on mine was the clarity on that stone that I got her. Though the stone might have been a little bit smaller, it was a decent clarity. It wasn't whatever the SS, whatever that shit was. It ain't the top of the line, but for what I could afford, the size and the clarity was pretty. It was pretty on par. It was pretty on par. Excuse me, not poor. Good Lord, pretty poor. Pretty on par for where I was at in life, and you know where I'm at in life now. And I mean, it is what it is. I think certain things are literally the least important when it comes to marriage, like having a big, extravagant wedding. If you can afford it and you have certain stuff in place, the financial person in me says, you know, go for it. But if you ain't bought a house yet, wouldn't that money be better spent on a down payment for a house and then getting the furniture you want in the house and things like that? And
I like having my own. I love us being in our own homes.
I'm just saying, like, and I promise you, what is great, and this is way off topic. This is a totally different.
We the king and queen of off topic, but let's go.
Married at First Sight, the show, actually is doing a lot for us with conversation. Literally, for a 45-minute episode, it takes us 2.5 hours to get through it because there'll be something to be happy. Pause it. And then we're talking for 20 minutes on whatever the fuck just happened on this screen. And this season, I swear to God, you be thinking it's going one way, and the shit takes a left.
Sabotage. Like I'm like, bruh.
Oh my God.
They gonna make it. They done turned it around. 5 minutes later.
Yeah, but I would say, as far as what we started this thing on, this topic on the show on this podcast on gift giving, pay attention to the other person. Like, really pay attention to them, bro. It's not that hard. Fellas, some of y'all got to stop being lazy. Look at the things your lady likes. Ask her things she likes and get things based on that. It's generally, from what I see, I'm not saying mine and I'm not picking on anybody that I personally know. I'm just talking about in general what I see on social media. The women do a worse job of picking gifts for men than men do for women. They really do. Because at the least, the man will take the woman and say, what do you want? That's the laziest shit you can do, but at least it's effective in getting you what you want. Whereas the women will pick out the dumbest shit in the world and say, hey, here you go, baby. This dude a gun enthusiast, and you bought him some shit with flowers.
I be wondering how real this is, because you know, for social media, people just be doing stuff. Like, you watching social media, and then they get like a nice car, or they get like this really thoughtful gift, and then they get mad, like, I don't want this, and you need to go get me something else. Or he may not spend a lot of money, but he's got flowers out, her favorite drink, he's got a nice meal, and it's like really beautiful and romantic. And then they get mad, like, well, you didn't spend enough money, and where's this? And like, they don't like it.
I wanted to go to this restaurant, and I think the one you're talking about with the food is the same one I'm thinking of, where the guy cooked for her, and
it was in the kitchen, like
the countertop where they sitting at the countertop, and she's sitting down, he's standing up recording her because she was talking about, I wanted to go to this restaurant, and in the comments it was like, well, that was unfair if he told her she was gonna go, and you can hear him clearly saying, we're gonna go tonight, I just wanted to cook for you. And people was like, well, that's unfair if he said he was gonna. I'm sorry, let's go ahead and pump our brakes on this unfair shit. Because one,
got nothing at all.
It took this man time and energy to cook this meal. And I don't know the quality of the steak, because it looked like, I think it was steak, might have been pork chops. I don't fucking know. some type of meat and some broccoli and maybe mashed potatoes. I believe it was garlic mashed potatoes with some broccoli and some type of meat. I think it was a steak. It could have been pork chops. I don't fucking know. But I do know in this scenario, he took time out to fucking cook for her.
Her little petals and stuff.
And she was just ungrateful in it. And bro, I promise you, you cannot put me in this fucking scenario because I will turn into the biggest a-hole in humanity. Because at that point, I'm telling you to get the fuck out of my house because they were clearly in his house. And then at that point, if you still sitting there trying to argue, I'm going to call a female up in front of you that I just happen to still have her number and ask her if she want to go to whatever fucking restaurant this is and take her. Hey, I'm telling you, because that shit is BS. That, and I don't know if that scenario is real. We're gonna go off the thinking that it is, because there are people who do this shit. Like, they are so hell bent on just getting a person and using a person for everything they got that it's irritating. And it's like you'll see videos where there's one, and once again, I don't know if it's staged, but it looked like it's real because there's a lot of people in this. So unless a lot of people got on board to do this staged video, the guy went out with his girl. Well, went out to his girl's birthday thing, and he paid for his girl's meal.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But he ain't paid for
she got
all
mad
her friends.
One was supposed to be a date between them two. And then she invited like 6, 7, 8 of her friends, and then got mad because he didn't pay for everybody's meal. I remember that.
All right. So first of all, let me go ahead and clarify. Y'all can call me whatever you want. It means nothing to me.
He is not for the streets, and if we ever were to not be married again, y'all.
I'll be lonely. Fuck that. Me and whatever I'll start buying the most expensive lotions I can buy to accomplish the task at hand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta be too graphic. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be soft.
Like, if we depart on a good note, hey, truth moment, you wanna come over? Hey,
bro, I'm buying the softest lotions in the world because look here, I be damned if I'm finna do all this dumb shit that y'all sitting here thinking you finna require of a person to be with you. If I go out with you or I take you out for your birthday, and you do the dumbest shit in the world, which is invite 6 of your friends, and you tell these bras that
he got it.
Julio finna pay for it, unless Julio said, invite 6 of your girls or whatever the thing, invite your girls, I got y'all, unless you hear them fucking words come out of my mouth, don't do it to yourself, because you talk to me long enough, one of them gonna be paying for your motherfucking meal because I won't do it. Like, play with me. Like, argue with me down when I tell you they better pay for their meal, because it'll be 7 of y'all. If there's 6 friends, it'll be 7 of y'all figuring out how y'all gonna pay for these 7 meals. Now, you may say, well, I got it, and you gonna have it that night because I'll be damned. I'm not finna argue with you about doing something nice for you.
So the dating thing, like, shout out to y'all, because I don't know how y'all be doing it. I be seeing videos, like I said, I don't know if they real. Like, some of them is stuff like that. Then some of them is the female really wants to get to know the man. He didn't ask her out, but then he be like, well, unless we, about to do something, I ain't paying for the meal.
Let me get some more ice. I'm finna dive into that shit from my point of view.
So
don't mind my ice holder.
She's like, the point of dating is to get to know the person, and it shouldn't be like you're only taking me out on this date just because you want to get in my drawers, and then like I'm probably never gonna hear from you again.
Yeah. So okay. So my thing on that, I don't think any woman owes you sex because you went out on a date. I don't think a woman owes you that at all. If she wants to do it, she wants to do it. Now,
I feel like I know what you're about to say, though. Possibly.
Well, I'm just going to, because one, I ain't been on a dating scene and shit. I don't know. We pushing 14 this year, so longer than 16 years.
Dating.
Let's say 16 years. I think we were dating 2 years, but we were dating in 06. We got married in 08, so 16 years. I ain't been on the dating scene in over 16 years, right? And I was always a firm believer, if I ask you out, I'll pay for the date. Because whoever asks who out would, that's what initiating. Usually the man is the one, quote unquote, chasing the female. So I would ask a woman out. Yeah, I believe in paying for the date. But and it don't necessarily be, no cheap date. But back then my pocket was I'm in the $20,000 range. Ain't but much I can do on that bitch, and gotta pay bills and all kind of other stuff. So my shit was limited. The high end for me was like a seafood restaurant or some shit that was on the lower end of that fucking scale.
But why are you talking about prices? Like, some got, like I said, some cases is the man is like, hey, I don't took you out because I'm trying to get you draws. And then the other thing is, from a man's point of view, the females will sit here and pick this most expensive place, order the most expensive food, just to be doing it. That has nothing to do with getting to know the person and y'all like seeing if you vibe. So there's, you know.
Nah, like that at that point you're using the person. It's like, nah. Whether they have it or they don't. Now, if a guy says I'm taking you to this nice ass restaurant because the dude is balling, by all means, ladies, I'm not saying turn the shit down. Like if one of my partners said, hey, let's go eat lunch here, I would quickly look at one of them, bro. I ain't got that. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. Because if I know what it is and it's too expensive, I ain't got it. But and they'll either make the decision, well, nigga, I got you. You know, come on, fuck it. Or, all right, well, what do you have? Or they're just gonna go on by themselves and I'm gonna continue with my day. Don't really matter to me. But ladies, quit trying to rob these dudes because that's what they think. A lot of men think that you're using them for this. And if your objective is to get to know the person, cool. You don't have to run their pockets in the ground to get to know them. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, it says more about you if you trying to reserve their pockets for a later thing. Don't try to just use them for everything. And then, fellas, another test that you should do that I thought of this because I would hear fellas, stories about guys and then what girls are using them for, and the girls would admit this. While she's in front of you, call her fucking phone and have her show you right then and there what the fuck you're listed as in her phone. Because women will list dinner. It might be dinner, it might be lunch, it might be corny ass dude. You don't know what the fuck you listed as in her phone. She just know this the corny ass dude. And at that point, wait till the food is ordered before you pull that trick. What you want to do is wait till the food is ordered to pull that trick. And, at that point, it'll let you know how to proceed. Because when you do it, have her show you the phone. Have her put her phone on the table, call it. And then whatever you pop up as, if it pops up as food, don't even overreact to the shit. Laugh it off. Like, play this shit smooth. And then when a bill come and a thing, or when the waiter, it's that point of night.
Checks, please.
Hey, let me get 2 checks, dog. She gonna need her own. If she want to order extras, let her fucking order extras. Just have her pay for her own food because at that time, you know what it is.
So when you said, when you started with your spill, I always think about the door test from A Bronx Tale.
Well, that shit funny because she does it all the time and it is funny as hell. If y'all never seen A Bronx Tale, I forgot the old boy's name. C. That's what they called him. C was getting advice from Sonny about dating and women and stuff. And Sonny was on this spiel about these beautiful things about finding, the perfect women. He was like, you get 3 great women. And then at the end of this whole spiel,
you lock your door.
He was like, you pick them up, you lock that door. And when
if she don't reach over,
you open her door like normal, you close, you let her in. If she don't reach over and open that door and unlock that door, you dump her. You dump her quick. He's like, what about all the beautiful things? The door test. So it'd be funny as shit. Because I open her door for her. And even if she's driving, a lot of times I will open her door, but this is not when she opens the door because obvious reasons, there's a lot more at stake when she's on the driver's side. But at least my door will be unlocked. But if she's in the passenger seat, she'll go as far as swinging the motherfucking door open. Unless there's another car that's clearly there, she'll swing the door open. And it's funny because I always end it with, that's the door test. The door test, that's what counts. You dump her quick.
Another one of our little inside jokes.
But yeah, man, like, ladies, I'm telling you, man, on this dating shit, quit using brothers for everything you could possibly get out of them. Like,
stop wasting each other's time. Like, if you just want, like, sex, like, hey, this is what I want. Because sometimes that may be what she want too. Be honest. And then if you are in a serious relationship and you are trying to figure out, sometimes it's the love language. You can take the time to figure out what somebody's love language is.
Yeah, funny enough, when I my way younger days, I think no, I wasn't a teenager. I was like I was like 20 years old. You know, me and this young lady had a nice time, and we did something on the first date. And I had to ask her. You know, I'm like curious at this point because I didn't look at her that way. And I'm like, you know, why did we? You know, why did you do it on the first date like that? She was like, oh, I just wanted some dick.
That's what I said. Like some ladies just like
What, nigga? What? This exists? It ain't just dudes?
no.
I mean, you know, sometimes on a having on the first date could lead to, almost 14 years of marriage, could be,
That was not the plan, but hey, we here now.
Hey, it's not always a bad thing, man. I never have judged women off that, by the way. I have never judged a woman. It ain't so much that, it's how you carry yourself.
Well, yeah, because I don't like people think that females don't have needs too, and why she got to be a hoe.
I ain't never said, like, the thing is, it ain't the action that ain't the thing I'm having sex that makes you a hoe. It's that you fucking 10 dudes in one shot that makes you a hoe. And I'm sorry, the proper terminology is slut. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all doing it for free. Hoes get paid, sluts do it for free. That's just the way I look at it. You have your own definition all you want. I'm a retired slut. Jersey in my homeboy closet somewhere locked up all the way away from my black ass. I'm just saying, I hung that jersey up a long time ago.
But yeah, be a conscious gift giver especially if you really care about the person. Don't like half-ass do gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't have to break the bank. Like, do what works for you, what's in your budget. And as long as it's thoughtful, because, like, for example, with the kids, they can make me a card and date it and stuff. Like, I have a little jar at my desk, and it's little strips of paper, and it has, like, all these things that my oldest, like, appreciates me for. Like, when you get me Zaxby's, when we play video games together, when you don't forget the pizza in the oven.
It's like an affirmations jar.
Yeah, but it's specifically from him. It was printed out and cut into little strips. And he's like, if you're ever feeling bad or having a bad day, or, just open up the thing and take a few out and read it.
That's actually that's
very
very sweet and very thoughtful. And what I want to say on the note, motherfucker, you better buy me a gift. Look here, if you seeing this video, I like nice shit. I buy you nice stuff. I like nice stuff. Fuck that.
Well, I'm a good gift giver, so. But he is so competitive. Like, I be just giving gifts because it's something I think that, he'll like, nah, she can't outdo me. She can't outdo me. I got to make sure I go in. But no. I mean, it's thoughtful. But you do like the.
She outdid me one Christmas. I'm talking about buried my ass. That shit was crazy.
But it's not a competition.
That shit, I got buried that Christmas.
It is not a competition.
Oh my God.
See what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about, bro, I got a watch box. I got a motherfucking Xbox One. I got a pair of earrings. I got my Lakers LeBron jersey. This is all in one Christmas. And some people looking like, well, what's the big deal? That ain't the type of gifts we give in one fucking setting. We get one of those. We on regular budgets because we ain't breaking the bank. Don't go broke for Christmas. We on that type of shit. So we get one nice gift and thing. She gave me like 4 or 5 nice gifts. And I'm like, damn. All I got you was this card. Nah, I'm just playing. I forgot what it was I got her that year. But all I know is she blew my ass out the water. I was just like in shock that I had that much stuff. I was like, and it was all stuff that I really wanted. Like the earrings I want is the square ones with the small little diamonds all in them. Yeah, the ones I'm wearing now. I wanted those for the longest. I would always see them, and I never would set money aside or even just take money and go buy them. And she went and got me something, and yes, they're real. So little diamond earrings, and I wanted those particularly because I liked how they looked. And I always would show her. It's not because I'm showing her for throw hints. I don't even do that shit. I don't throw hints to her for things.
He tells me, hey, I really like with the Samsung budget. She's like, man, I would really like one of these.
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm not saying it for her. I'm thinking about, okay, when I get time to some extra money, I'm gonna go get these. Or
that one was actually a special request. We were at my sister's house, and I bought them for you on the spot in the kitchen.
And like the big earring. I got the not big earrings. I'm sorry, the big headphones, the Max headphones. I was like, man, when I get some, because when I put those on, I got over the ear wireless headphones, but they would always bother them and push my earring into the back of my neck and stuff, and I couldn't really wear earrings while I got them on. Those covered my ears, and I could sit them in there comfortably and no problem.
And the noise canceling,
it's pretty damn dope.
It's good, especially like when you traveling and you on the airplane or when it's loud. Like hit that little button, everybody is out, and you just in your own little world. It's nice.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. So definitely, man, if y'all have any topics y'all want to hear us talk about, we just took a fun topic today, gift giving. You know, it's all fun.
Father's Day coming up.
Father's Day
and
coming up.
Please chime in, because I didn't really think that was like a thing. I thought y'all was just like BS and like, hey, you need to give me a real gift. So
that shit is real,
like,
bro.
what kind of gifts do y'all normally get, and what kind of gifts do you want? Like, put in the comments. Let the ladies know.
And fellas, let them know they ain't shit at gift giving. I ain't talking about her. She's pretty good.
Some of us are good gift givers. Shout out to the ladies who's gift givers.
And it ain't that they ain't shit as far as gift giving. They just don't want to do shit for you. Because if you look at the shit that they buy themselves when they treat themselves, it'd be awesome. So they just need to like turn that towards you, and then everything will be great. But they won't do it. Like you gotta force them there.
Okay, we are really going to end this topic. We always do this at the end. But what I'm surprised didn't come up was the post that we always see on Father's Day. The Happy Father's Day to me.
Oh, shit.
No, we got to end it.
All right.
And we'll do that next week.
No, hell no. We can do it now because next week will be a different topic. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. And men, I guess men do this. I haven't seen them do it, but I've seen people put that shit up to say, if you're a single father, this ain't your day for Mother's Day, right? I have never seen a man thank himself on Mother's Day being a single father. Like, I was raised by a single father. Not my biological father, but he was the father who was there since before I was born. And I now have contact with my biological dad, you know. And my biological dad is dope as fuck. We're funny as hell. We are alike in so many ways.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Twin, and you look like him too.
Like that shit is crazy, bro. It explains so much when I met my biological dad. Like this shit is crazy. He even his homeboys and him like, yep, you can't deny that one, Fred. Yeah, you can't deny that one. But it killed me on Father's Day. All right, ma'am. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. I don't care what social media tell you. I don't care what this person tell you, that person tell you. You are not a father. You didn't fill two roles. All you did was had more work on your plate as a single mom. And yes, you probably were an awesome single mom, but you never fulfilled the role of being the dad. All you did was play a bigger role as a single parent. And we commend you for that. But Father's Day is not your day. Quit doing that. One, you look dumb as hell. You look dumb as hell. Yes, you were everything that kid had. And that's fine. That's great. It's awesome. It sucks that you had to be the only parent that this kid had. But you are not a father. No, ma'am. You are a hell of a mother. You're not a father. You can't be a father. You know why you can't be a father? Because you're not a father. You're a mother. Mother's Day is your day. That's when we celebrate you. It's not for you to come back around the next month and we gonna claim this shit too. You don't get two of them shits. You get one or the other, and I suggest you go on Mother's Day because it fits you what you are. You are the queen. You are a mother. You are that. You are the matriarch of the household. Quit trying to shit. Now, if the person don't have a father, you know, an active father in their life, then they just don't have an active father. But that don't mean that was you. You can never fulfill the role of a man. You can't. You can only be a mother. You can be a strong mom. You can be an awesome mom. But what you cannot do is be the father and the mother. That shit is impossible.
But shout out to all the moms. And as he was saying, the single moms, because, you know.
Yeah, that shit is, I could not imagine. Like, my dad, who raised me, was a single father. And from 11 on, he was by himself. I mean, he had my grandparents, but as far as the immediate parent in the household, he was a single father. And he did a pretty damn good job for a single father.
Actually, shout out all the parents.
Yeah, this shit is hard.
Shout out to us. Because it's hard. And it's really hard if you're doing it by yourself. Because these kids.
This shit is not easy, bro. Especially for the ones who have limited income. That shit's even harder because now you got to try to make $1 out of 15 cents, and the shit is not hard. I mean, not easy at all. Whether you're a woman or whether you are a man, that shit is not easy at all.
And a special shout out to the parents and families with special needs children, especially ones that you may have to take care of like all their life. So I know that can be hard. Hopefully y'all got a good support system. So shout out to y'all. We have some in our family. So shout out to
friends,
family. Check out the
Um,
Baby Buns organization. So
Yeah.
shout out to my cousin Dana.
They just celebrated 25 years.
And she does a lot to give back. So, definitely their nonprofit. Check them out.
Baby Buns, I don't know all the details. I apologize, but you get a chance. All you got to do, I promise you, if you put in Google and you put Baby Buns and you put nonprofit, you will find them. And that's Buns with a Z, if I'm not mistaken. Baby, the word Buns. And check out the YouTube video. I'm sure it's still up.
Oh, yeah.
Where he found out
that was beautiful.
Where R. Kelly found out he was going to be a father. Shout out to R. Kelly.
That was creative. Dana, and she did that.
Those are some of the most giving and wonderful people that I know walking the face of this earth.
Yeah, and her sister too, my cousin Mel.
She does so much.
Yeah, bruh. I don't know how y'all be doing. They do a lot constantly.
They believe in the reciprocation of giving and serving God, and they believe that's their way of giving back and giving to others.
Boy, do they give.
They give and they give and they give, and it's simply inspiring. They're actually authors. Like your boy's an author. Please check out my book, The Awesome Adventures of Jaden and DJ. And Jaden is spelled Jaiden and DJ.
A post for the books.
Yeah, and the book is on Amazon, and you can find it on my site, Foresight ATL. That's number 4, SIGHTATL.com. And you can find that on there. You can find all kind of stuff I sell. I do coasters, art, artwork with wood.
I got to stop you real quick. So speaking of stuff he does, I got this for Mother's Day, and he actually made these earrings. So this is the wood. It's the praying hands, and then Faith
is backwards.
Well, I can't see. And Faith is engraved on it, so he actually made these earrings.
It's not engraved; it's actually cut through.
Well, he used the glow forge, but yeah, these are my
my
earrings he made.
So yeah, I make all kind. I'm actually a fucking dope individual.
The coasters are really nice.
I'm a dope ass individual. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty dope. Oh my God. I don't know, man. I'm high off life. What you want me to do? I'm loving life. I really am where I'm at in life. But definitely check us out. We do these videos every week. We record on Saturday and we start dropping small videos, throughout the week. And then the goal is to actually have the full on video up on YouTube by Sunday night, if not Monday night. And then little videos throughout. You can find us on YouTube at Just Us PC. That's JUSUSPC. That's actually a handle on every piece of social media we got. JUSUSPC on every piece of social media. You can find me personally on IG at JulioATL_. That's JULIO ATL_ on Instagram. And you can find her.
So I'm on TikTok and I'm on IG. Not as much on IG, but definitely hard on TikTok at JUS_me_Renee, and that's RENEE.
It's spelled like Renee, but I call her Renee. So
it's really Renee. That's what my family calls me. It's actually my name.
But phonetically, I call her Renee.
Yeah.
So
he's not allowed to call me on my government name. I will not respond.
That's a whole nother topic we're not going to get into. But yeah, until next time, make sure y'all leave comments. We love it. Tag us in videos for topics. We got y'all. We would definitely cover them. Shout out to everybody that's following us on TikTok. Hey, we love the love. We love the comments. More than likely, it's me responding, and you might be able to tell by the way I do it. But it's definitely both of us on there. We love all the love that we're getting, the interactions that we're getting on all pieces of social media. Please keep it up. We want to grow this thing. And if y'all got some topics y'all want to hear about, some stuff you want to talk about, please, please, please reach out to us. Leave comments. Hit us on the DMs. All that good stuff. And pretty soon, we're going to upgrade the backdrop, all this good stuff. Get some mics in here, all that good stuff. But for right now, we operating on the budget we operating on. Don't be judging us. Hey, and by the way, shout outs to our unofficial drink sponsors, Crown Royal, Peach Crown. I am the the Peach Crown King. I'm an
ambassador.
unofficial ambassador of Peach Crown. I am the Peach Crown King. I got more of these little.
Oh my God! I can make a blanket.
Hey, I got more of these little things around under my little cabinet where the liquor is than a mug. I got a bunch of those. I think I'm gonna take them to a seamstress and get me like a pillow sold out of that fabric.
I think no, you need a blanket because you got too many. I'm just saying.
But
a blanket would be dope though. I think.
I ain't gonna use it, bro.
I would. I love blankets. So get a pillow and then I'll get a blanket.
So
it's enough for both.
So we just gonna use my shit.
It's enough for both. He can get a pillow case and I can get a big old blanket.
So yeah. Hey, Crown Royal, you need to hook your boy up. I'm just saying.
So yep, this is my baby right here. I'm gonna have the other flavors. I got to try the pink one.
We're gonna start having all her flavors up there because you keep a bunch of them in there.
Yeah.
Peach Crown, holla at your boy. You know I'm always up for something. Hey, until next time, peace.